Hi, I'm Carrie Cox of the Military Mama Show, and I'm here today with Two Wheel Thunder Television at Jackass Flats with the owner, Terry. Hi, Terry. How are you today?
Just fine.
Thanks for being with us.
Well, thanks for coming up.
So tell us, how did Jackass Flats come to be?
It came about really by accident, I think. I had the restaurant up the street. It was a golf course restaurant, and I had a customer, a friend of mine, that wanted to try to find an Australian-themed restaurant, and we looked for a little small place and couldn't find one, and this place finally became available. Of course, it's an old barn. It was built in 1853, and so we decided to make this Jackass Flats. We had the name before we even had the place.
Now, this is a really amazing place, but I wouldn't call it a little pub atmosphere. This place is huge. It's 2 stories and bands and stages, and it's really amazing. It's like a biker getaway.
And that's really, it kind of drove a wedge between me and my partner. He wanted to make a little Australian pub, and of course the size of this place made that almost impossible to do. And then just when we opened it up, we just started getting a lot of bikes here because we're down by the river. We're
it's close a beautiful
to I-70.
View.
Yeah, it's a nice ride down through the trees along the river. So we started getting bikers in here, and I think he lives about maybe 20 years behind, and he didn't want bikers in here. He said they were the scum of the earth, and that was his attitude toward us. So the more he did that, probably the more I leaned toward trying to get them in here, because I've ridden a bike since I was in college. So.
Well, I was going to ask, before that you were a biker, right?
Yeah.
So he was kind of insulting you.
Yeah, so.
But you ended up parting ways, and.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I just went out and bought a new Harley just to more or less.
You got a new Harley and opened your own business and shut down the pub idea, huh?
No, just to kind of irritate him, I guess, a little bit. But he's still my partner in this thing.
He is,
but he's
okay.
Not, I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's a silent partner.
Yeah,
though.
he's real silent. Yeah, real silent.
Sometimes that's the best kind of partner. Who are you kidding?
So yeah, we started doing the poker runs and so on. And I say they just, because of the location, I guess they started coming here, and it was kind of fun. And somebody suggested that I do a bike night. Mm-hmm. Of course, I asked them, what is a bike night? And so I went out to Quaker Steak. They told me I had to go out there and see that, and I went out and looked at that, and I thought, well, we could probably do that here. So we started doing it, and I think the first one we did, we had maybe 25 bikes.
Yeah, now you have thousands of bikes on bike night, don't you?
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. I hope we take some footage, because out there is a big old field.
Well, today's Sunday. Today everybody's in and out. We're not a destination on Sunday. We're kind of they stop here and they're out riding. So we don't really get the congregation of bikes like we do on Wednesday night. Wednesday night's our bike night, and we have 8 acres here, and we've had nights where we had to close the gates.
Because there were too many bikes parked.
It was getting too hard to get in and out. I mean, it was.
What kind of entertainment do you have here at Jackass Flats?
Well, we have live bands on Wednesday night outside, and then on Friday night we have them here where we're doing the interview, and then Sunday afternoon we have like the cruise in that's going on now, and we have bands out there from 2 to 6.
Outdoor bands on good days out in the pretty sun, right?
Yeah, and then occasionally on Saturdays we do a lot of reunions and things like that, weddings, receptions. So a lot of times on Saturday we may have a band outside, or we may have something.
And you have Tracy Cooper, the comedian, come out every once in a while.
Yeah,
we talked to him earlier.
Yeah, that's we started that. And bikers are a fickle group. I tried to mix. My background's in sports. I played like professional softball, and played college football, baseball, and I tried to mix sports with bikers, and that's just not a mix.
They're not an athletic group of people. Is that what you're trying to say?
If it's nice enough to play ball or play golf, they're not. They're on their bike.
Now there's ball fields out here too, though. Are those attached?
Yeah, well, those belong to the Little League.
Okay.
We did have a softball diamond here at
but that didn't work out,
Flats.
Huh?
And I tried to maintain that, and the bike night just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I just had to give up on the bike.
You needed the parking instead of the ball field, right?
Right.
If folks want to know more about Jackass Flats, where can they check you out at?
We have a website. It's jaflats.com, and we're probably more active on Facebook.
Really?
We try to keep everything current as far as what bands are playing here, what kind of functions we have, if we have anything out of the ordinary.
So jaflats.com, and you're on Facebook. So if I send you a friend request, you're going to accept it, right?
Right.
So
most definitely, yeah.
Anything else that you would want our viewers to know about Jackass Flats?
Well, it's, we've it's like a circus every Wednesday. If you've never been here on Wednesday, you need to come out, because it's quite a sight, and we get the crowd is from 8 to 80. We get people bring kids out.
So you got bikes and trikes. Is that what you're telling me?
Bikes and trikes, and sometimes we'll have custom cars that show up. You never know, celebrities. Last year we had Robbie Knievel showed up. That was quite of a exciting night.
Did you know he was coming, or he just came rolling up?
Not until that afternoon, and then he said try to keep it kind of low key, and we did for a while. But after a while, everybody knew he was here, and it was pretty nice. But he said he'd been to bike nights all over the country, and he said he thought that we may have the best bike night he'd ever been to, and the biggest.
Yeah, this is a really amazing place. If you've never been out to Jackass Flats, check them out. Yeah, jaflats.com, or on Facebook, Jack Flats.
Yeah, on a busy night, we'll have over 3,000 bikes.
That's amazing.
Here at one time.
And they got plenty of room, so it's not wall-to-wall people. It might be wall-to-wall bikes, but when you get inside, it's a big space.
And it's a great crowd, friendly. It's just almost like a family reunion every Wednesday night. We do food. We're kind of known for our pork chops. We do a pork chop dinner with two side dishes.
You're kind of known for those ribs over there, and the ribs potatoes.
Ribs on Sunday. We've started that.
And they got a nice smoker. Put those ribs in them. Pretty yummy, right?
Yeah. I'd put our ribs up against anybody's.
Jackass Flats, and it's right on the river. It's a beautiful drive, right on the right-hand side, so you can't miss it.
We're just minutes from the crossroads of Ohio, or crossroads of the nation, I guess, 70 and 75.
It's neat. It's a neat place.
You feel like you're out in the country, but we really are in the city limits of Dayton.
Yeah, it was easy to get to, easy. They can look you up on that.
Yeah, if you're coming on 75, just take the Wagner Ford exit. That turns into Rip Rap Road, and that's...
You're right down on the right-hand side.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful ride on a bike. So www.jackassflats.com.